Today, I'm going to be ranking the Harry Potter movies. Now, I put this in a chaotic way, but it's truly just because I feel like any order that's not ranking them all as top is chaotic, because they are excellent movies. But I'm going to do my best to actually rank them in a way that doesn't allow them all to be at the top. So I'll figure out a way to make that happen. It could be whether it upset me too much, so I have to bump it down, or maybe it scared me. Maybe Dumbledore was a little too in favor of Gryffindor all the bloody time and hated Slytherin. Also, let's preface, I do belong in Slytherin. So I'm going to be siding with Slytherin throughout this whole video. So let's start the ranking. So we have OEI. That's not an I, is it? Oh my God, my voice got shaky. I was nervous. OEAPDT. So this is the Owls grading. That is, O is outstanding, E is exceeds expectation, A is acceptable, which is probably what I would get, P is poor, D is dreadful, and T is troll in the dungeon. Okay, so let's kick it off with Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. If you're in America, it's probably the Sorcerer's Stone, but that is incorrect because it is the Philosopher's Stone. This movie is excellent. I love the first two because they are the most magical, and then 3, we got real dark real fast, and then you realize we're not kids anymore. But the first one now, I did just rewatch all of them. The first one's just so safe, you know? The problem's a troll. Yes, we're introduced to Voldemort, and he's attached to the back of Quirrell's head. But there's not too much at play in the first one, is there? We're not really risking anything. We don't fear for Harry's life. He is a child. Everything's a little more magical. We're learning about Quidditch. That's so exciting. We're learning Wingardium Leviosa. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa. This movie's so trolly, actually. It's great. But I will say what annoys me about this movie, and like I said in my intro, Dumbledore. I hate the ending of this movie when they're doing the points, and then Dumbledore's like, Gryffindor, 10 points for being alive. Neville Longbottom, 5 points for being friends with people. Harry Potter, 100 points for being who you are. It's like that at the end. But obviously this movie has to be ranked a certain way because it has some of the most iconic lines in history, which is, no, Ron, you can't. What's he doing? He's going to sacrifice himself. No, there's got to be another way. So I'm going to put, due to that, I mean, it would have got bumped down because of Dumbledore, but due to that, I'm going to put it exceeds expectations. It's so funny. Okay, next we have Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Okay, when I was a kid, Chamber was my favorite because I felt like it was a good middle ground where it's like, it's getting darker, it's not too dark. And there was more excitement. I liked the basilisk. I liked that Harry had the sword of Gryffindor. It just felt, yeah, it felt way more exciting, this one. And then we got to meet Moaning Myrtle. Everyone was getting petrified. And then we had more Quidditch, which I loved. I loved the Quidditch matches. And then Harry was going up against Draco, who had the Nimbus 3000. Was that what he had? Yeah, this one just felt more exciting and it felt a little bit more adult. There was way more going on. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else. Ginny Weasley really irritated me though in this one. She was a bit whiny and annoying. But I think with the basilisk, oh yeah, we meet Dobby, of course. So this is the one Dobby's introduced at the beginning. He's like, Harry Potter must not return to Hogwarts. And then we get the flying car, we get the Whomping Willow. Honestly, Chamber of Secrets is so good. But the older I get, it has gone down in my ranking because it's still a bit of a safer movie. There's not too much at play, but there is a lot of fun elements to it. It's hard, like realistically, I would rank all of these as outstanding, but I can't. I want to make it a little bit interesting, you know? Okay, so I'm going to go... Actually, you know what? We meet Tom Riddle in this. It's great. We get the diary. I hate how Harry's a bit of a martyr in this. Not really a martyr, but he's got such a... Harry has such a hero complex. It does really bother me. I don't like the part, though, when they're in the chamber and he's just saved Ginny. And he's like, you've got to save yourself. Tell them this, this, and this. Like, acting like, oh, I'm gonna die. Grow up. I'm gonna put acceptable. Okay, next we have Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. When this first came out, I did not like it. I was like, this is dark. This is really scary now. But now that I'm an adult, Prisoner of Azkaban is up there with the best. I do have my ranking, and I'll explain it more at the end. But Prisoner There's so much going on, but it just felt like the first time when it started, you're like, whoa, these are like teenagers now. This is scary. It starts with the night bus, which is so fun. And and we meet Sirius Black. We don't know too much about him in this, obviously. We just know he's a criminal. He's broke free from Azkaban. He's going to come after Harry. And then, of course, we find out they're related in this, yes. And we also find out about Lupin, the professor. He's a werewolf. We meet Dementors, because Dementors are guarding Hogwarts to protect from Sirius Black. We get to experience Hogsmeade for the first time in this one. What else goes on in Prisoner? I feel like so much happens in this one. Is it this one that Harry and Ron have a falling out? And then, oh no, this one, maybe it's this one. No, Hermione has the time turner, and then we meet the Grim. This is the one, yes, divination class. Okay, it's all coming back to me. This one is outstanding. Sorry, I can't even discuss it any further. This one's just outstanding. There's so much going on. Next, we have Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. This one, honestly, when I was a kid, also with Chamber, my favorite. It was so exciting having the Triwizard Tournament. And of course, we've got Arpats in this. Little did we know who he'd become when this movie came out. But this one was just so fun. We had dragons. We got to meet other schools. I personally loved the Yule Ball. I loved Hermione falling in love with Victor Crumb. But now that I look back, I'm like, how old was he? Because he had to be over 17, right? To enter his name. But Hermione is the same age as Harry, and Harry was under 17. Just things to consider, you know, when we're looking objectively at this movie. But yeah, Goblet is great. Oh yeah, Ron and Harry fight in this one because Ron's like, how did you do it? How did you put your name in the cup? Obviously he didn't, someone else did it. And then Ron and Harry fight, and it's the first time it's like, whoa, guys, we're all friends here. Gets a bit heated. And then we meet Cho Chang. She's great. Harry's like smitten with her. I mean, I've always been team Hermione and Harry, just saying. I don't really think Hermione and Ron have any chemistry whatsoever, but they're cute, I guess. I also don't like Ginny. Sorry. Controversial opinion. Okay, Goblet, I feel like I need to rank it high. It's so good. And then we get the epic showdown with Voldemort. He's fully back in physical form. Arpats dies. So sad. That is actually emotionally devastating when Harry brings his body back, because that's what Arpats asked for. He says, take my body back. Take my body back to my parents or my father. And he does. And then his dad's like, my boy, my boy. It's actually really devastating. What was his name in it? What was his name? That's crazy. Robert Pattinson, Harry Potter. Cedric, that's it. Cedric Diggory. Okay, now I find peace. There is peace now in my life. Yep, Goblet, one of the best. So much going on, but simply down to how upsetting it was, I can't rank it as the highest right now. But this is definitely one of my favorites. I'll put exceptional. Next we have, where's the cover of it? Is this Order? Yes. Next we have Order of the Phoenix. I do think Order's my favorite. I do. I feel like I pick a new favorite every time I do a watch through. Order is so exciting. It feels, I think, the most mature movie, or it kicks it off because Harry's now involved in more of the actual conversations and the plotting of the battle with Voldemort. What else happens in Order? I actually can't remember too much of Order. I'm trying to look at their clothes. Oh my god, no. Sorry, I blocked it out. I know what happens in Order. Oh my god, they have the battle at the Ministry. Sirius dies. I can't rank this high right now. I'm too emotional to have Order up top. Yes, this movie is devastating. Sirius Black is killed by Helena Bonham Carter, aka Bellatrix Lestrange. She does Avada Kedavra on him, and he perishes away. And Harry's scream. I heard that Daniel Radcliffe's scream was so visceral, they had to mute it, and it really impacted other people. But I'm trying to think of the build-up. What else happened in this one? I've blocked it out. I also think my brain isn't working too well today. But I'm going to put this down in dreadful right now, just because of how it upset me. Not for a reason that it was bad. Like I said, Order's one of my favorites. But right now, how I'm feeling is that I cannot handle anything that's not a state of content, you know? I'm just here. Anything above or below, I can't handle that right now. So due to Sirius dying, it's going in dreadful. Next we have, is this, I can't, like, my vision right now is not there. Is this Deathly Hallows. Where's Half-Blood Prince? Is this Half-Blood Prince? I can't see. This is Deathly... I'm so blind. Half-Blood Prince. Okay, so this one... I always thought I hated this movie, and I would say to people, I'm like, this is such a transition movie. It's just so boring. They're doing the Horcruxes. Little did I know, it's like not even this one. So this one, it's Harry discovers a book that used to belong to the Half-Blood Prince. I think this is the one where he is with... Harry goes off with Dumbledore. They learn more about the dark past of Voldemort. They look into when he was a kid. He was in an orphanage. Something happens as well with the Weasley's house. It gets burned down by Death Eaters. Also, I'm pretty sure in this one is when Half-Blood Prince, they start to recruit Death Eaters. Well, Voldemort's recruiting Draco, and he has to do like the dark bidding, like because he's got the inside. He's inside Hogwarts. He can do so much in there. And I'm pretty sure it's this one where Harry and Draco have that like horrible fight in the bathroom, and he's just like bleeding out. I'm pretty sure it's this one. Yeah, it's definitely this one. This one, simply because I remember the least of it, I'm going to put in Troll. So sorry. But not sorry. Okay, what's the next poster? Deathly Hallows Part 1. It's the running one. Okay, it's this one. Is it? Yeah, okay, this one. Okay, Deathly Hallows Part 1. Harry's going after the Horcruxes. He's got Hermione and Ron. But they're also on the run. I think this is the one where they're in the woods a lot, in that tent. And then Ron and Harry fight again in this one. What was the reason that they fought? And then it's really sweet when Hermione and Harry have that slow dance in the tent. Oh, they should have got together in that moment. But I'm pretty sure it was like the Horcruxes were turning Ron and Harry against each other, because Ron has that vision that Harry and Hermione are naked and making out. I want to say, I can't really remember why they fall out. I block it out. I don't like conflict. But yeah, they go after all the Horcruxes. I'm pretty sure it's in this one as well when they take the Polyjuice and Hermione becomes Bellatrix. And then they have to go in because they need something from her vault. And in the vault is one of the Horcruxes. I'm pretty sure that's what this one is. And then they break free on the dragon and fly away. That's right. Yeah, this one's great. There's just more like... It's a build up to the final battle, this one, and just getting all the Horcruxes. And then I'm pretty sure it's at the end of this one that Dumbledore dies. Or is it the end of the Half-Blood Prince? I'm pretty sure it's this one, right? Snape kills him, but we're made to think... Draco gets given the task to kill Dumbledore. Was that Half-Blood or was that this? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was Half-Blood where Dumbledore dies, but I wanted to say it was this one. But now I'm thinking it is Half-Blood. Anyway, this one I'm going to rank poor right now, just because I've got nowhere else to put it. Well, yeah, I'm going to put it there. And then we have Deathly Hallows Part 2. Obviously, this is the final battle, Harry versus Voldemort. Oh my god, go back, go back. Deathly Hallows Part 1. I'm not going to rank it poor. It's got to go lower. It's going in Troll. You know why? Deathly Hallows Part 1 literally ends with Dobby getting stabbed by Bellatrix Lestrange, and leading up to it, we have the most horrible torture scene where Bellatrix is torturing Hermione because they've kidnapped them. I can't deal with that right now. It's too upsetting. Oh my god, I can't believe I almost forgot Dobby died. He's like, oh, Dobby is with his friends or something. I don't like it. It upsets me. I don't want to even talk about it. Don't talk about it with me. I don't want to talk about it. Okay, Deathly Hallows Part 2. We get the epic battle. Harry kills part himself. Well, he's got the... Okay, you know, let's discuss this part because I've always been confused. Obviously, we learn about the Deathly Hallows. It's got the Elder Wand, the invisibility cloak, and the stone that brings you back, the Resurrection Stone. Harry is holding the Resurrection Stone when in Part 2 when Voldemort kills him. But is it that because he's got the Resurrection Stone, that's why he comes back? Or is it because Voldemort only killed the Horcrux that's inside of Harry? That's the question I have. Maybe I know the answer and in this moment I can't think. Or maybe it's really obvious and I look stupid. But, you know, be kind and tell me very subtly in the comments whether I got it right or wrong, or whether I'm talking complete shit. Is this Deathly Hallows? Oh my god, I've ranked everything wrong. What is this one? That's Goblet. What's this one? What's this one? This isn't Deathly Hallows. Is this it? Oh no, that's Goblet of Fire. What's the Deathly Hallows Part 2 poster? Oh, it's this one. What did I think this one was? Order? This is Deathly Hallows. I'm just moving around, guys. Is this Order? This is Order. Sorry. Whoops, my bad. Okay, now we've got Deathly Hallows Part 2. Anyway, yeah, Harry dies, then comes back. It's great. Voldemort, then they like battle Hogwarts, but there's so many amazing moments at the end of Deathly Hallows, or is it at the beginning of Deathly Hallows Part 2? Okay, I'm lost. Sorry, guys. My brain is scatterbrained. This one begins, Harry sneaks back into Hogwarts because it's under strict protection right now, and Snape's leading. And then he's like, how dare you stand where he stood? And then Snape pulls his wand on Harry, and then McGonagall pushes Harry out the way, and then tries to battle Snape. But did you know in that scene, you can see that Snape never tried to attack her. He just, he disarmed his men himself because he knew he was always trying to protect Harry. And then we learn that later. Sad. Yeah, Harry sneaks back into Hogwarts. They all plot to protect Hogwarts. They do some spells. McGonagall always wanted to do that. That's what she said. And then Voldemort and his gang and the Death Eaters all come. They bring Harry's body because at this point, Harry goes into the woods, confronts Voldemort, has the resurrection stone. He dies, he comes back. Hagrid's carrying his body. And then the battle begins. It's great. Neville has a great moment in this. He gets the sorting hat. He pulls out the sword of Gryffindor. And he's like, Harry's heart did beat for us. It beat for all of us. It's so good. There's so many good moments in Deathly Hallows Part 2. It's such an amazing film. But yeah, obviously, Harry beats Voldemort. Amazing battle. And all is right in the end. And then Harry and Ginny have kids. Ron and Hermione have kids, and then we get a 19 years later flash forward of them all going off to Hogwarts. It's pretty nice. I could have done without the flash forward, to be honest, but it was still enjoyable. I'm going to put Part 2 up top. Nothing is poor, to be honest. I'd stick with this ranking right now. Obviously, again, it's not ranking based on how good things are or how bad, because to be honest, everything would be at the top. But this is the most chaotic I could be. Obviously, as well, I tried to remember as much as I could off the top of my head. I do not have notes written. I'm just remembering what I can, and they could all be completely incorrect. Maybe I'm blending everything together. Who knows? There's a high chance. Let me know what your favorite Harry Potter movie is in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.